Every great journey leaves behind a trail. Every empire leaves a ruin. But a legacy? A legacy lives on in the pages that time could never burn. Welcome to Waraqat al-MASEERA, Pages of the Journey. Here, we turn back the clock to reclaim the heritage that shaped human history. To the profound, timeless miracles of Quranic tafsir, authentic prophetic hadith, and daily spiritual reminders to uplift your soul.
This is more than history. This is your identity. Subscribe now, and let us turn the pages of the ultimate journey together.
Hi, this is Tawaf Satar from Waraqat al-MASEERA channel. Every year, over 2 million people move across the desert in a synchronized sequence. It is a massive, unified flow of believers executing the same rituals at the same time for 5 days. But even with years of spiritual preparation, the logistical scale of the journey causes thousands to make errors that can invalidate their pilgrimage. A single missed boundary or an incorrect departure time can turn a once-in-a-lifetime journey into an incomplete effort. This video provides the tactical blueprint for Hajj al-Tamattu. We will break down the exact locations, the strict timings, and the rules you need to follow to complete every step correctly. Success in the Hajj is determined by both spiritual intent and precise physical execution. Navigating this logistical gauntlet requires a high degree of situational awareness and planning. Before you depart, you need specific physical gear to ensure compliance and survival. This checklist includes your passport and required vaccines, unscented soap to meet ritual rules, a sleeping bag for nights on the ground, heavy-duty sandals for miles of walking, and an umbrella with Vaseline to protect against the 100-degree heat. To begin, you enter the state of Ihram. Men wear 2 unstitched white sheets, one around the waist and one over the shoulder. Women wear modest, loose clothing that leaves the face and hands uncovered. You then declare your Niyyah, or formal intention, to perform the rituals for God. Once in this state, you are bound by strict prohibitions. You cannot apply perfume, cut any hair from your body, or clip your nails. These bans remain active until the primary rituals are completed. If you accidentally violate a rule, like using a scented product by habit, the law provides a penalty called Fidya. This requires you to fast for 3 days, feed 6 people, or provide an animal sacrifice to restore the validity of your state. These uniform white clothes strip away every marker of social class or wealth. When you stand in these sheets, you stand as an equal among millions, with no distinction between a world leader and a laborer. Day 1, the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, moves you 8 kilometers east of Mecca into the valley of Mina. This is a massive temporary city of fireproof tents designed to house millions of pilgrims. Your sole objective here is prayer. You remain in Mina for Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and the following Fajr. During this time, you shorten the 4-unit prayers to 2, but you do not combine them. Each prayer must be performed within its own time window. On the morning of day 2, you follow this 14-kilometer trajectory further east to the plains of Arafah. This movement must be completed before the sun reaches its zenith. This view of Mount Arafat shows the staggering density of the millions gathered on this plain. From noon until sunset, you must remain within these boundaries, standing before God in continuous intense supplication and reflection. Timing is critical here. If you leave the boundaries of Arafah before the sun fully sets, your pilgrimage is incomplete. You must wait for the sunset before beginning the next movement. After sunset, you march to Muzdalifah to pray Maghrib and Isha together. You will spend the night sleeping on the open ground and must collect 49 to 70 small pebbles, roughly the size of a chickpea, for the rituals ahead. According to the Prophet's teaching, the standing at Arafah is the central pillar of the Hajj. It is the single window of time that determines the success of the entire 5-day journey. On the morning of the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, you return to Mina to execute a rapid-fire sequence of 4 separate tasks. Task 1 is Rami. You walk to the largest pillar on this multi-level bridge and strike it with exactly 7 pebbles. This act mirrors the Prophet Abraham's rejection of temptation when he was commanded to sacrifice his son. Task 2 is authorizing the Qurbani, or animal sacrifice, which commemorates the ram provided by God to replace Abraham's son. This is followed by Task 3. Men shave their heads or trim their hair short, while women cut a small lock, signaling the end of the initial restriction period. Once you have thrown the stones, confirmed the sacrifice, and cut your hair, you are permitted to remove the white sheets of Ihram and return to wearing your normal clothing. Task 4 requires a return to Mecca for Tawaf al-Ifada. You circle the Kaaba 7 times and then walk 7 trips between the hills of Safa and Marwa. Following this daylight view of the mosque complex, you can see the scale of the movement required for this step. This day requires miles of walking and the completion of 4 back-to-back rituals in the heat. It is a grueling physical test that forces the pilgrim to demonstrate the same submission Abraham showed when his faith was tested. For days 4 and 5, you return to your tent in Mina. These are known as the days of Tashriq. Each day, after the sun begins its descent at Dur, you must stone all 3 pillars, the small, the medium, and the large. You throw 7 pebbles at each, totaling 21 stones per day. On the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, you have a choice. You can finish your stoning and leave Mina, but you must cross the valley boundaries before sunset. If you are still in Mina when the sun goes down, you must stay 1 more night and stone the pillars again on the 13th. These final days shift the focus to patience and the constant remembrance of God, ensuring that your spiritual focus remains even after the most difficult physical milestones are behind you. Before leaving the city of Mecca entirely, you must complete one final requirement, the Farewell Tawaf. As shown in this night view, you circle the Kaaba 7 times to say your final goodbye to the house of God. Do not perform this too early. It must be the absolute last action you take in Mecca. Once you finish the 7th circle, you cannot go shopping or return to your hotel. You must proceed directly to your departure. Walking away from the sanctuary after 5 days of intense physical and spiritual effort brings a profound sense of relief and accomplishment. By following this tactical sequence, you satisfy the logistical requirements of the pilgrimage. Thanks for watching and hope to meet you guys in next video, inshallah.
Every story has a lesson, and every page is a legacy. But the legacy cannot be burnt. Thank you for turning this page with us.
This is more than history. This is your identity. Subscribe now and let us turn the pages of the ultimate journey together.